The following podcast should not be misconstrued as legal advice in any way, shape, or form. You would have to be an absolute idiot to take our advice seriously. I mean, look at us. We're dumb. Nate scalps Pokemon cards for a living. Joe buys the Pokemon cards Nate scalps. We cannot stress enough. Do not take our advice. The listener does so at their own peril. Well, I'm Joe.
And I'm Nate.
And we are the premier criminal consultants in the Boston area, here to help you with your perfect crimes. Today, I'm very excited to have our guest today. He's one of the funniest people around Boston, my favorite ex-Mormon. Give it up for Nicholas Stubblefield.
Yeah, good man.
In a comedy scene of 5 ex-Mormons, that means a lot to me,
it's
Joe.
true. There's 5? I really had no idea.
There are approximately 5 of us
I can't believe
in the Boston comedy scene, yeah.
What is it that makes you guys want to laugh so much? I don't know.
I can't believe that I have known you for this short amount of time, and that wasn't the first thing you led with, friend. That's fascinating.
You know what? I should have walked through the gate and said, Nate, I'm an ex-Mormon.
Hell yeah! I mean, I
nice to meet you.
I love information about people. I love information. And you're not from Utah originally?
I was born in Utah.
I knew it. Had to be.
Oh, had to be.
Wow,
yes.
you
put it
pieced
all
that
together
one together.
now.
Of
Wow.
course, dude. I saw
That's
that
the
show.
lawyer.
Yeah, we call him the
we've got
puzzle
the
master.
lawyer.
This guy.
Criminal attorney.
Criminal attorney. Very good. On today's episode, polygamy. Bringing it back.
That's right, dude. Yeah, Brigham Young.
Is it
Brigham
technically a
Young.
crime?
we're
Yes.
bringing them young back to polygamy. Yeah,
It is a
pretty
crime.
good.
We disapprove of polyamory, but polygamy is on the boat.
Yeah.
So,
Is there? What's the?
Polyamory
This
is like you can
stupid.
love multiple people. Polygamy is you're married to multiple people.
So you only love one of those wives, and the rest of them are just
Most
like
of the
what?
time you don't love any of them.
hey, I have no idea.
Oh, no, dude, that just doesn't seem very fair. That's crazy.
I think I don't know what it's. I have never experienced the. Have you ever been in love with 2 women at the same time?
Dude, no. I like to be in love with one lady, one.
Yeah. One lady, one at a time.
That's right.
Scarlett
One
Johansson
man,
and
one
Lindsay
vote.
Lohan were kind of crushing it at the same time.
Yeah, as a 13-year-old boy, there was a time when, like,
Yeah.
any lady with enough, like, with long enough hair and cleavage, like, could walk through a door, and I would have been like, oh my God, I love her. But
Yes.
yeah, it is, yeah.
But now you recognize that wasn't love; it was just respect.
That's right.
Yes.
That's true.
It was just a young boy's respect.
That's a young boy's respect. That's right. The young boy's penile respect. That's
young
right.
boys.
That's right.
Boys. Yes. Well said, Nate.
Thank you.
Well
thank you.
said.
Thank you very
He's
much.
got a way with the words.
He does have a way with the words.
Yes,
Yes,
he does.
I love being on podcasts where people have penile respect. And I think the last podcast I was on, I heard about vaginal intercourse.
Oh,
So
that's-
Somebody had to teach you about it.
Somebody
Nicholas.
did.
So
Yeah.
I'm glad they did.
What's that? The regular one? That's crazy. Or I mean, like not the regular one. You know what I mean? Like yeah, whatever. Like whatever. Like old school regular. You know what I mean? You know when people like who are bad, they say that. I guess.
I still don't know what you mean.
I'm trying to figure out
I have
like
no idea what you're talking
I know it's like
about,
what
Nate.
are you supposed to say? Like what do you? I don't know if you're supposed to say that. It would like normal or regular. Is it just vaginal intercourse is just sex with a lady, right?
I'm going to talk to you about this after the podcast, and we'll get you the education you need, Nate.
Okay, well, no. I got kicked out of sex ed a lot.
Should have brought it up.
I know. I got,
We were going so well.
We got.
There was actually a mark like, hey, I love how much we're not talking about this right now.
Oh, dude.
Just had to trip over it, didn't you?
Always
I'm
foot in my
real.
mouth.
I do stumble a lot, friend. You can't put a rock in front of this bad boy. I'll fall right over it. You know what I mean?
Hey, you're a rough stone rolling.
I'm
Yes.
stone rolling, dude. Well,
Can't give him too much. He gets confused.
That's
But
true.
you get smooth along the edges as you go
Thank you.
along your way.
Thank
yeah.
you. That's right. That's
what a
right.
rough
And in
stone
my
rolling
defense,
is.
again, I got kicked out of sex ed in the 7th grade for laughing at the AIDS video. So I don't really.
Ah.
I couldn't tell you what the.
Is that a defense?
I think so. Yes. Yes.
They make it intentionally hilarious.
It was
though.
how it was,
Yeah.
people are just like, I have AIDS. It's like watching that diabetes video. It's like I have diabetes.
But
what
she
the
almost
fuck?
got kicked out
It's,
of.
it's one of those do not laugh challenge videos.
It is. That's what it was like. That's what
Yeah.
it was like. You were like somebody be like, I have gonorrhea. Yeah, it's the 90s.
The
you
Peter
know what I mean?
Griffin laugh
Yeah,
is always
yeah,
just superimposed in. Yeah.
Exactly. You
I
know.
thought
so-
Lorenzo's oil was hilarious.
Yeah.
Lorenzo's oil.
It's a deep cut. That's not going to land with anybody. I don't know what I'm doing there. Anyway. Nicholas, you come to us with a very interesting topical crime, as a matter of fact.
I
It's
do,
sort of
yes.
inspired by recent events. So, like,
Very
let's get a
inspired
palate
by
cleanser
recent
from
events.
the vaginal intercourse. Let's talk about what you're looking to do. Go ahead and talk to us about what's going on in the world that has you so motivated.
Gentlemen, this is all framed around the singular idea, the singular crime of the perfect frame, right? In this sense, I believe that the premise, the very foundation of this podcast is about getting away with the crime. I want to implicate somebody in a crime.
Oh, you want to set somebody up?
Yes.
I love
All right,
that.
dude.
Seeking to set someone up in what is probably the most ambitious national conspiracy I've concocted so far. But you see, gentlemen, there's been a recent development in federal politics. You probably saw it. Donald J. Trump recently wrote an executive order making it illegal, a felony even, to burn the American flag. I saw Joe get ready to push that button. I was ready.
It was coming.
So here we are. I will remind you there was a Supreme Court case, as you probably know, Nate,
Yes.
Edified, the lawyer over here. There's a Supreme Court case that said, hey, burning the American flag is
Freedom of
protected free
speech.
speech.
Yep,
Is
absolutely.
protected free
Yeah,
speech.
it is.
It is a polarizing action. It is contentious. It is provocative.
I
to
personally
burn the
burn
flag.
one every morning just to exercise my free speech, as
Just
is my
exactly.
goddamn right as an
As
American.
is your God-given right. And we have that on record, ladies
Yeah, I
and
know.
gentlemen.
It's like, and God bless y'all. I just look at mine and cry.
We already know we're not getting a corporate sponsor. I might as well go to Alligator Alcatraz at this point. It's
It's
just,
a representative of Pam Bondi show. I've come to take you away.
I'm surprised they haven't knocked on the door yet, frankly.
I know, dude. The
It's
first
coming.
one was right off the bat. Dude,
It's
they were coming
coming.
for it. Yeah.
Anyway,
But there we have it. We have it is now apparently a felony. Now this is probably going to get challenged. This is prime stuff, maybe to return to the Supreme Court. But the scheme here is, I guess, one of their ways that's kind of dictated in the executive order that are usually written by ChatGPT. That's another theory I have,
believe
that all
that.
the executive orders are mostly ChatGPT
I mean,
generated.
it's a lot of writing, dude.
It is a lot of writing for those poor boys. Yes, it is a lot of
those
writing.
poor boys.
Those poor boys.
Those poor boys.
They're so tired.
I know, the
all right?
boys are tired.
It's
They're
hard.
just poor boys.
They're just poor boys. The boys are tired.
poor boys.
Let them rest.
Yeah.
Let them rest.
Let the boys rest. Let the computers take over.
So let the chat
Let the boys
GPT do the
rest.
thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in this ChatGPT generated executive order, it says, okay, so it's a felony, but one of the things it directs it to do and tries to get around is like, oh, it's actually an environmental offense. It is an environmental issue to burn a flag. It is, it harms the environment. So this of course leads us to the grand scheme I have, is we royally, or together.
We're part of this.
If you guys
We're
are
your
on
consultants,
board with
friend.
We're
the
ride or
idea,
die consultants.
We're your
That's
consultants,
yes.
friend.
in our charter.
is to surreptitiously plant American flag in every coal burning power plant in the United States and charge them with an environmental crime.
Ah,
It's the only way.
You
It's-
want to set up the coal. You want to take down the coal industry. You want to take down big coal.
It's the only way. It is the only way to charge them with an environmental crime.
That's fair.
Actually, I do have a point of like, I didn't realize it actually, the executive order says it's an environmental issue and that's the justification.
So they look at ways like, oh, how can this be an offense? And they're just like, they direct it towards, oh, maybe state or local politics. And one of the recommendations is, oh, it is an environmental offense. It's an environmental issue to burn a flag or to just like burn something. And so at the rate that the Environmental Protection Agency has at this point like dropped all of its regulations towards the coal plant, it's now healthy to breathe in CO2. There are no more protections. And so this is the way. We just have to burn. It is the most ambitious United States flag burning program I think proposed. I think
yeah,
we're ready to
in
do
the
it.
history of flag burning, I
In
don't
the
know
history of flag burning, I dare say we create one power plant that is dedicated entirely to flag burning. I don't know what the thermal output of a combusted American flag is, but it's something worth exploring, gentlemen. There's something worth exploring. Now, there are details here. This is ambitious for a reason, right? There are approximately 250 coal plants in the United States.
By George.
By George, indeed. You're right, Nate. And so, where does one get 250 American flags?
Well, I mean, this is part of our like criminal plan. If
Yeah.
we usually have a little like, I have some questions for you.
Okay.
First of all, I like where you're already so ambitious about this.
You are,
like, the research is like so far ahead of anybody we've had on the show so far. Like, you know how many coal plants there are.
You know how many coal plants there are in the United States.
Kelly Moon knew where one dead body was
mode when I was in your
that.
bathroom. Yeah. How many coal plants?
Use ChatGPT. It's great.
Yeah.
But
remarkable still.
no, I mean, where does this come from? This do you have a family history of criminal behavior somehow? It seems. I mean, you're just like your brain is like.
I do have
there.
There is a family history of anti-power politics.
Anti-power
I would say,
politics.
yes.
Okay.
So within my direct lineage, I am a descendant of. I think this is approximately true. I know this is in my family tree, but Black Bart.
The pirate?
Not the pirate, unfortunately.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
Bartholomew Roberts, the most successful pirate to roam the seven seas. Fun fact, I used to want to be a historian who specialized in pirates.
You're just talking about the hunting dog.
Oh,
right?
We were all
the
5
hunting
once,
dog.
Nicholas.
We were all 5 once.
That's right,
and
dude.
11 and 12.
Yeah.
Different days. Not that Black Bart. This is actually the notorious U.S. outlaw of the Old West, Black Bart, otherwise known as, I believe, Charles Boyce.
Was he a rival of Brigham Young?
He was not. No, he postdates Brigham Young. So unfortunately, I would have liked to have seen Brigham Young and Black Bart go toe to toe.
What a
I would have
great
seen that
prize
fight. That'd
have been
great, yeah.
I mean, I would've
Black Bart
promoted it.
being the criminal, actually much nicer guy than
I'm
Brigham
sure.
Young. Yes.
I'm sure.
Brigham Young was kind of a scumbag for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
definitely. Brigham Young had a lot more blood on his hands.
Yeah, he was a horrible person. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Killed a lot of innocent Americans and pioneers and settlers from other countries and stuff.
A
Yeah.
lot of good people.
Yeah, a lot of good
died.
people. In an effort for him to own Utah? That's crazy, dude. That's nuts.
It's a shame. It's a damn shame.
I know
is
they got
what
good
it is.
skiing and everything, but it's just
They do. It is.
It's a lot of canyons, you know.
Good open spaces.
Yeah, a lot of
in Utah. Yes.
Good open space.
I don't know how to riff with this part. Nate. I don't know how to riff with this.
Yes, Utah is beautiful. I
Yes,
agree with you,
Utah,
Nate.
yes.
I know. I was trying
bored
to.
there. Nate.
I know. I'm
Yes.
trying not to say anything
Sponsored
bad
by the
about it. I've
Utah
only ever been.
tourism.
Canyons.
I lived in Arizona for like 10 years, dude, and like Utah was just a very strange place. I always thought of. You know,
Yeah.
so that's the only thing I know about is Brigham Young and oddities.
That's
Yes.
the two things. Anyway, we'll come back to that, Nate. Okay. The Utah Jazz play there. Anyway, that's like 3 things.
Which
I'm
was
sorry.
stolen from New Orleans, thank you. There's no jazz in
Okay,
Utah.
I'm not letting
It
you
was
go off on
stolen
this
from-
tangent.
okay,
we're not letting Nate go
we're
off on
not
this tangent.
exploring
I'm
this
sorry. I taught him
ravine?
a third thing about Utah, and I regretted it immediately. I knew he was going to have some thoughts on that.
I'm just saying. Pistol Pete Maravich didn't play for the Utah Jazz.
Okay.
Play for the New Orleans Jazz.
Okay.
Thank you.
This Utah Gorge. I didn't know that.
You see, we took him off this beautiful tangent.
Sorry, yes,
Black
pardon me.
Bart was post-dating Brigham Young and doing great things.
Doing great things.
Doing
so,
great
yes,
things.
Brigham Young, no, I'm sorry, Black Bart. I could tell you all about the crimes of Brigham Young. We could dig into so much there. But Black Bart, my friend, my beautiful friend Black Bart. No, Black Bart fought in the Civil War on the good side. It's fun to have a war
Which
where
side was
there's
the good
one
side?
clear
Just could
side.
you-
Ladies and gentlemen, the Union.
Okay. That is the
Abraham
correct answer.
Lincoln, Ulysses S. Grant.
One time we had to slip up, and Joe accidentally said the War of Northern Aggression on
Well,
it.
you know, I mean,
The War
it
of
gets,
Northern Aggression.
it gets taught a certain way where I grew up. That's not my fault.
Did you grow up in Virginia?
I did, Southern, but below Richmond, where they're like,
Okay.
you know,
You went
Anyway.
to Robert E. Lee High School.
Lafayette High School. But don't get me wrong, there's a lot of Robert Lee. Did you know it was Lee Jackson King Day? For Martin Luther King Day, it was not Martin Luther. It was Lee Jackson, Robert E. Lee, and Stonewall Jackson
Really?
celebrated the same day as Martin Luther King.
Oh my gosh!
Where
So
I grew
this
up.
was okay. This sounds like a Daughters of the Confederacy.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
holiday.
Big thing.
I dated
Yeah.
one of them.
I dated one of them. Yeah.
Beautiful girls, beautiful girls.
Sweet, sweet girl until the wrong person crossed her path. But
That's right. Then she turned into
yes.
Stonewall Molly, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta watch out. Gotta watch out.
no, it is different down there. I mean, it wasn't taught as the War of Northern Aggression like in schools, but like people would correct you about that fact. They'd be like, if they
Oh, okay. And did you grow up in Louisiana?
No, actually, I was mostly educated in New Jersey and then Arizona, and then we moved to Louisiana after that. My mom's from Louisiana, so I spent my summers in Louisiana and in Baltimore, my father's from. So I had like a very odd kind of bringing up. But
Okay.
but we learned about it in Arizona. But Arizona is also another state that's very racist, and like they didn't recognize Martin Luther King Day in Phoenix until like 1995.
Oh,
So,
wait, really?
Yeah.
Really?
I thought it was a federal holiday. That's
No.
crazy.
It was like the last state in the union was Arizona of all places.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
It's like they hate daylight saving times and
Yeah,
black
yeah,
people.
exactly. Yes. For whatever reason, they don't even have any, dude. It's just nuts. They really don't like them.
That is odd.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
I know,
I did not know that about Arizona. Never liked it.
No.
Never. I knew there was something
Oh,
off
I
about
haven't been.
Arizona.
I've
You
been
were
back,
right to be
yeah.
suspicious.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, I've been around. I've been around. Yeah, I claim Louisiana's home, but no,
Okay.
I'm very lost and confused. Yeah, that's what I am. Yeah.
Okay, very good.
What did Black Bart do in the Civil War? I'm curious
So
now.
Black Bart, he fought for the Union. He was part of the Sherman push into Virginia.
Oh, we don't like that Sherman
I know
guy.
that Sherman
Yeah,
guy
like
is
that
not good. Yeah, I know.
Not in Virginia?
Like, no, that's not a joke. They really don't like
yeah,
Sherman
Sherman's
there.
march is like, and my
Yeah,
grandmother
yeah.
from Louisiana was not happy at all about that stuff.
Oh
yeah.
wow!
Yeah.
I've tapped a sore spot.
It's literally
Okay.
like this cultural memory where it's like that Sherman guy
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
It's like
Things would've been
firebombing
different.
Tokyo.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
Things
yeah.
would have been different.
Yeah.
Old Sherman, yeah, he was part of the Sherman March.
Yeah.
He got injured, so he
you
ended
said
up.
he was on the good side. Wait, I'm
No,
just
it's-
kidding.
he
Sorry.
didn't say he tore his ACL doing genocide. Yeah.
But he was so yeah, over there he got injured. He eventually went to California then to partake in the gold rush. Went with a couple of his brothers. They died pretty immediately, and he was empty-handed. And so I guess in those moments, a man takes to a life of crime, but not before being seriously crossed by an emerging corporation, one of the world's first big banks. I am, of course, talking about Wells Fargo.
Yeah, I was gonna say the wagon is coming down the street.
Yeah, the
Awesome.
wagon.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
wagon people.
Awesome, dude. Whoa, really? That's crazy.
Yeah, so he wrote, there's a letter that he sent to his wife that is very foreshadowing, where he says, yeah, I have been crossed by Wells Fargo and there will be vengeance.
Wow.
There will be vengeance to
Whoa.
pay. So he then...
I love this guy.
Very Daniel Day-Lewis. I know.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
the
picturing.
persona. Yeah, and then he started sticking up Wells Fargo carriages as they traveled across the American
A
West.
stagecoach robber.
He was a stagecoach robber, known as he adopted the persona of Black Bart, and one of the things that gained infamy and was really endearing about him is he would on 2 occasions he left poems at the scene of his crimes. He left little
I
poems.
kind of see how you would be related to this guy.
Yeah.
I know. Like criminals were so weird back in the day, dude. That's the craziest thing.
Yes, leaving a little limerick at the scene of the crime.
Exactly. Yeah, there once was a man from Peru. Yeah. What the hell, dude? What? That's crazy.
There once was a banker from Nantucket.
Yes. You should do that for aggravated assault. Just start stapling poems to someone's like a stagecoach robbery. Oh, that's coquettish. That's cute. That's how charming and how wonderful indeed. But then I beat this man with a pipe. Because that's another thing about Black Bart is he never actually perpetuated any violence. He had a shotgun, but apparently he never fired it, and he was always he was an upstanding gentleman, very polite.
Well, I mean,
say.
This is a regular folklore hero right
This
here.
is,
I like
regular
this.
folklore hero. Yeah,
like
sticking up the
this.
big bank, Wells Fargo, which I am ashamed to say is my bank.
Black Bart is just rolling in his grave right now.
I have abandoned the family history. You know what? I should change.
I can see like why you're feeling motivated. This is good.
This is good. Yeah.
And I also, you mentioned there might be a witch in your family
Yes.
history. Is that true
There's
too?
also a witch.
What do you mean a witch? We just went over this with magic. I'm not a big fan. Tell me all about it.
Well, you wouldn't have been a fan of her then.
I know,
I'm
I-
sorry. I'm code switching into your accent.
That's totally fine. Do whatever you need to, friend.
Very good. Now do me, Nate.
No. I said, where are you? You're from Utah? What is that?
I was born in Utah. I don't know. Some people say I kind of have like a slight transatlantic.
I know, I was
twang
gonna
in
say
the
I
way
know.
that I
That's
talk.
what I say. From Utah.
See, I'm from Utah. See,
Yeah, my grandmother was a witch.
the land of milk and honey. No, I've got a Salem witch in my family. Actually, yes.
Like one that was put in a bag and thrown in the river or whatever.
I think this one was hanged. I think we got a more classic.
Yeah, that's
hanged
like
one.
old school stuff. All right.
Yeah, old school hanging.
I thought they did weird stuff. Like they were like, we're gonna put her on a scale next to a cricket, and whoever drops to the ground first gets put into a barbecue
I think
pit.
that's
or whatever.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail. You're confusing with real life
That's
again.
a duck.
But
That's a duck, I think. Yeah, you're right.
you're right.
I
They did use a
He got
cricket in
better.
real
I know.
life.
Yeah.
I don't-
Confusing, social studies and Monty Python.
I'm not sure. I know some of the things that I don't think they did any tests with her, but I know at least some of the Salem lore is like they would accuse the witches of, there was this one guy who got in a fight with one of her relatives and he lost the fight and he blamed her witchcraft for losing the fight.
I didn't know you could do
Crazy, dude.
Yeah,
I know, you
yeah.
can do that? That's
Remember, if you lose a fight, magic.
that. It was a woman's fault.
It's a lady's fault.
It was a woman's fight. It was a magical woman's
I know.
fault.
Kind of how unmasculine. As a big
Yes.
combat sports fan, I find that to be just a wretched excuse.
Yeah. Honestly, the WWE should actually start investing in this in their narratives.
That'd be
Is
yeah,
every
it's like
time
awesome.
someone loses, and then they should just
Cut to the
camera
witch.
Can,
Yeah, is that some lady
camera
in the
pan
back
to
is
a
going-
witch? That'd be good. I've been getting into wrestling.
I
lately.
would actually
Really?
watch then.
I'm
Yeah.
not as much into the WWE though. I find the kayfabe and all that stuff very, very fascinating. It's like redneck theater. It's
Yeah.
it's very interesting.
As a man of the arts,
Yeah.
I love it.
I can imagine,
yeah.
Well, it's
no,
like athletic performance art,
Yeah, it's
right?
like- yeah,
like
it
that's
is.
kind of what it is. I don't know.
rolling around in the mud. Yeah.
Did you ever see the wrestler, that Mickey Rourke movie?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you'd like it, man.
My
It's really
girlfriend's
about a
supposed to see
guy who just, he does like low level wrestling, and it's about like the amount they sacrifice their bodies to do this thing that they're very passionate about.
They do it
that they make-
every Thursday in Worcester. They got a mic over there, the Hotel Vernon, dude, and across the street, the Electric Haze. They do amateur wrestling every
hell
night. There's
yeah.
a line out the door for it. And
I
you can,
bet, dude.
It's so crazy. And you'll see in there, you'll like look in and be like, like two ladies in like bikinis and spandex just like throwing elbows at each other, like boom, and that kind of stuff.
Okay,
that's pretty
yeah.
wild. Yeah.
That's a good pitch.
Thank you.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, it's in Worcester.
In Worcester, Thursday nights.
yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I think it's called the Electric Haze.
The Electric Haze across the street from a mic. Okay.
That's right. Now they have to sponsor us. Yeah.
You have to. That's the law.
That's
You're
the
a
law.
lawyer.
That's right. I'm a lawyer. That's the law. So, yeah.
You plugged it. Okay. So.
Well, yeah, that's fascinating. I was just curious where the witch came from, basically. But and that's like its own sort of subversive. Like, getting
You're
accused
just
of being a witch
plumb
is
full
like,
of magic, aren't you? Witch
I am-
Mormon? That's
I'm
crazy.
I'm a magical boy.
I know. You could just
Yeah.
cast spells right out the
Magical boy.
force. Yeah.
Used to wear magic underwear, and now I'm just imbued with.
You did wear that underwear?
Yes,
That's,
I did.
I'm sorry. I need. So it's one piece.
Let's we're gonna take a break from the crimes.
I know.
And talk about the underwear I used
Just
to
for a
wear.
quick second.
The ritualistic
brought
underwear
to you
I
by
used to wear.
Joseph Smith's Priest.
I know. Yeah.
So back in the old days, the underwear used to be a one piece.
Okay, but it is a
Yes.
2-piece now.
It is a two piece now. Yeah. So
Okay.
there's a top. There's like an undershirt, and then kind of like not quite long johns. They just go like capri length.
And you
Um,
wear them like all the time.
Yeah. You wear them all the time. So
Interesting.
it is
like a never nude, or like where you like wear in the shower too, or
Nah,
like
no, you can take them off.
Okay,
then.
all right, cool, yeah,
They're
just
encouraged to just like, as soon as you finish bathing, if you're like showering, if you're swimming, or anytime you want to be naked, if you are procreating God's earth, then quickly thereafter you should put on the underwear, because it's like a sign of, I've made these promises to God, and this is a token of those promises. This is my ritualistic.
is
clothing.
underpants? That's your token to the Lord. That's
Yeah, it's it is it's very ritualistic.
Orthodox Jews have the hat. They've
Yes.
got,
That's actually the defense that Mormons tend to put
Yarmulke.
up when they're just like, when people say that's really weird, and then they're always like, this is on the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saint website, is like, if you go to the undergarment page, like, how can I learn more? They use examples of the yarmulke and the vestments of the Catholic priests, and they're just like, our underwear is this.
Do they bring up the hijab?
no. Like, yeah, we just put it on underneath.
Yeah, French Mormons aren't allowed to wear underwear. So.
Yeah. I was gonna say, how does that work? Yeah.
Oh no, not me. Okay, so there are only 3 French Mormons, but yeah, they go commando. So
Oui, oui.
Oui, très bien, voilà.
there we go. It is always Mormonism is always a fan favorite whenever I go on a podcast.
I know,
So.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like.
Hey,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
no problem. It's no
a
problem.
unique faith, I gotta
It
say.
is. I know. Whenever I
Yeah.
mean somebody who's like been in something like that, I just love to ask
Been in
questions.
something like that.
Yeah.
We need to explore every facet
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the faith.
dude,
Yeah.
no, yeah,
That's
exactly.
how a lot of people feel when they meet somebody from Louisiana.
I guess sometimes. I guess. Yeah,
Well,
it's
I mean,
true. Yeah, yeah.
Some people, someone who's in that.
It
That's
is
crazy.
it's a remarkable amount of people that do ask me what alligator tastes like, and I'm like, why alligator?
Tastes like chicken.
Yeah, I know. It's like, and it's
Oh,
not even
that's
like
pretty
that
good.
popular.
What are the vestments of the Cajun Empire, Nate?
Mostly overalls with no T-shirt on underneath.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, big straw hat, something like that.
That is
yeah.
a sacred garb.
Actually, if you really wanted like true of today, like Cajun like clothing, it would be like having like an old school Justin Bieber haircut that's cut straight across the top, and
Okay.
like maybe like a big T-shirt, some Wrangler jeans, and some cowboy boots, and just saying like "bruh" a lot.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. I look forward to partaking more of your culture.
One day.
One day, yeah.
You'll take him to temple, or
Yes.
whatever the Mormons do, and you'll take him to
Oh, dude, I'll take you.
Tigers
Dude,
game.
you want to go hunting?
I would love to see Nicholas Stubblefield go hunting. That would be.
I have killed a goose before.
Oh, thank
Really?
God! I didn't know where you were
I
going
did.
with that.
Amen,
I-
friend. That's a beautiful thing.
I did, yeah. I took it by the neck and I slit its throat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was on my Mormon mission at the time. Yeah.
Good for you.
Oh.
So I went to a bird farm.
You're making
It was
foie gras or
it was
something?
not a while. This was
Are you sure you're
prepared.
supposed to
I
kill
was.
this?
It was a facilitated murder.
So we were at the zoo.
we were
and,
at the zoo.
Dude, look, I've been there. I've killed a lot of chickens in
And
my
we
day,
all
dude. I know
know
how it
the
goes.
classic goose enclosure at the zoo, ladies and gentlemen, the geese.
Yeah.
And it was a bird farm, and apparently what they wanted us to do was like prepare a bunch of geese and give them to families for Christmas. So it was Christmas Day, 2020, and I went to the bird farm. I was wearing my classic coveralls and.
Very Cajun of you.
With a team of friends who held down the goose, I cut off its head. I slit its throat and I cut off its head.
That's so-
and then I plucked it, gutted it, and prepped it, and we gave it to a family.
I mean, most of you. I mean, I've never particularly like I've watched my dad cut a chicken's head off, but I
Yeah.
usually shoot birds with a gun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at that point, if you need to kill one, you just grab by the head and shake it real hard. So the idea of you really getting down with the thing, that's very,
did.
very,
Yeah.
like, very aggressive.
Very
Very good.
biblical.
I know, very biblical. I know. Did you jump on its back and put it in a damn rear naked choke first? Just say, give me that neck. Yeah.
I'll say this about murder: it's a lot easier the second time.
That's easy. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude. If you get the
It's
killing.
life loses value.
It is,
over time.
no,
It's
it's-
like this is what is a soul?
It is true that
After all.
the other day
very French of you.
I was
Yeah.
sitting on the tailgate of my truck with my nephew waiting for the school bus to come by, and two rabbits came running across the front lawn at my cousin's house, and I went, "Wow, that is adorable! Oh my god!" And then it hit me. I was like, "I have killed so many things in my life. Oh my god, that's horrifying! I've destroyed many of those things. Days. Oh god,
You're like
I'm
the
a
bad
monster.
guy in a Disney movie.
I know.
I
It's
mean,
like, yeah, I'm a
basically.
monster. Jesus,
A wicked fiend. So you hunt.
I do. I love hunting. I do. I do
Okay.
enjoy it.
Oh my God, I love hunting.
Nice.
I love that's a good pivot. Yeah.
I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it very much. I've killed many, many squirrels in my day. Me and my uncle used to raise squirrel dogs, and we would hunt squirrels.
What do you do with a dead squirrel?
You give it to your grandmother or some country fella at the gas station. That's what
Okay.
you do. You get out at the gas station while your uncle's
As
getting gas.
courtship?
Sort of, yes.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
like a
Sometimes.
form of courtship. You would go in and your uncle would say, "All right, boy, now go in there and get me a pack of Marlboro Lights and look for the most country-looking fella in there and ask him if he wants these squirrels."
Yeah.
And one time, actually, I did that in a Circle K in St. Francisville, Louisiana. I walked in and I asked the lady at the counter because she asked me what I was hunting because I had the hat on, and I said squirrels. She said, "How many you got?" And I said, 16. You want them? And she said, "They clean?" And we hadn't cleaned them yet. They still had their fur on them and stuff.
Okay. They
We're
were
getting-
sullied.
Yeah, we were getting. They were sullied. We were getting late. They were
Okay.
sullied. These were sullied squirrels. So we were, and I was like, fuck. So, no, they're not clean. And she said, "Well, I don't want them. But the night guy, he'll take them. Why don't you come put them in the walk-in?"
All right.
Yeah, I went and put those dead squirrels in the walk-in of a fucking Circle K in St. Francisville, Louisiana, dude. Yeah, in the beer fridge. Yeah.
What do
Oh,
they
yeah.
do with them? What do you do with a squirrel corpse?
You clean it and
you clean
eat
it.
it.
Yeah, you clean it.
Clean and
yeah.
eat it.
Yeah,
Okay,
man.
so you've had squirrel meats?
Oh, yeah, I've had it before. Yeah,
Okay.
You put it like you fry it like chicken wings, or you can put it in a gumbo. My grandma used to like it with the full squirrel with the head on, and I would give it to her like that. My mom used to hate when I do this, but I would fry a full squirrel with the head on, and I'd give it to my grandma. And my mom would be freaking out. My grandma would go, "Oh, I love that," and she'd take a spoon and she'd whack it on the head and she'd eat its brain.
Jesus Christ!
And she'd scoop it up and eat that brain. She'd go, "It tastes like a hickory nut. I love that."
God.
Maybe the South should have seceded.
It's pretty
just
wild.
Left
right?
us to our own thing.
That's nuts. I'll have to try. I'm
hickory.
curious to try.
She was a woman of the Great Depression. Yeah, she was like, that's what
She was a woman of Great Depression or a woman in the Great Depression?
Could have been both. Yeah.
Okay.
No, she was, I think, a child in the Great Depression, but
Okay.
not quite a woman yet. But she was living like one. Yeah. Strangling birds for life. Yeah.
Good.
Trying to make it. Yeah.
I had roadkill at a barbecue once.
That's good. That's good. I've had a roadkill deer pot roast
It's
before.
pretty good. I mean,
I've
it's
seen
solid, dude. I mean, you don't know.
It's I mean,
fresh.
I guess that's true. Like it's just, as long as it's fresh and it's not like you're gonna bite down on a piece of lead.
I mean,
that's
kind of
nice.
tender, you know.
Very
At least-
tender,
that's the
very
only
good.
thing. It didn't know it was gonna die, so it just like not like adrenaline
That
running through
happens.
it. Yeah.
That happens again. When I was on my Mormon mission, I was in Nebraska, Panhandle area, a lot more rural, very western, very pro hunting, and so we would get. They're like, the Mormon boys would appreciate a slice of this deer I found on the side of the road. Foul stuff. It was foul stuff.
Yeah, we've gotten off on a weird tangent here. This is a lot of eating
I love it.
roadkill
Yeah.
and squirrels.
You ever killed a thing, Joe?
I mean,
you
just
ever taken a
fish.
live
Just fish.
Okay.
I don't like hunt. I don't shoot things.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I guess a fish counts. That's
Fish
a thing.
count, dude. Fish killing fish counts definitely, dude.
It does.
Killing fish.
Joe,
killing
you've
birds.
killed a lot of things. Don't worry, buddy.
One of us. Joe. One of us.
Speaking of, okay, so criminal motivations. That's like the next thing we talk about. It seems like a good lead in from
Yeah.
eating things. Okay, so you were talking about you want to frame somebody. Do you have people in like are you trying to just take down coal? Period. Are you trying to?
And do you hate coal?
Just the coal
Well,
industry.
he's a
It's
nuclear guy.
complicated. I am a nuclear guy. This is actually just a huge ruse to replace all of our coal plants with
forgot.
nuclear to
Something's-
facilitate the nuclear renaissance.
There you go.
Amen.
I mean, that's
Actually.
fine.
Yes. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's really. I mean, it's just we gotta stop. We gotta stop burning coal.
Okay.
We need to recognize. I mean, beforehand we were on schedule to close down our coal plants.
Right,
In
right,
the
we
United
were.
States.
Yes.
They were
Yes.
all headed towards that. Since Trump has been reelected, I know of several coal plants which were actually scheduled to close within this year or within the next couple of years, and they have all been their lifetimes have been extended indefinitely. Causing some issues in local jurisdictions.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, we were supposed to close this plant now. We're actually building another power plant, and so like, where is this extra power going to come from? You know, where's it going to go? We don't have enough transmission or water infrastructure to handle this, and of course, you know, coal infrastructure, power infrastructure, it becomes very integrated into a community, and so even though that coal is polluting, it can be very small for a small town. It can be very hard for small towns to like actually disentangle themselves from, okay, how do we like get out of a power economy from a coal economy? And this may be, and you know what? I have no answers for that. But
you're like a well-versed. You're like one of those smart science politicians, like Dr. Ben Carson. Look at you.
Dr. Yes.
Ben Carson.
Well, that's the only one I can think of as a doctor off the top of
You
my
mean
head.
Gifted Hands, Ben Carson?
Gifted hands.
Gifted, who stabbed a 10-year-old when he was a kid?
Oh, I didn't know that. That's crazy. I mean, I don't like him or anything, but yeah.
Ben Carson stabbed a man, yes.
Wow, that's actually shocking. I wouldn't have placed him.
I
for
mean,
that, yeah.
stabbed a kid. He was a kid. That was a kid. Yeah,
Stabbed
it was
a
in
child.
elementary school. Yes.
Pretty wild.
And the name of his autobiography is Gifted Hands. It's good.
Stabby boy.
I
He's a stabby boy.
love background laughter. This
Oh, yeah.
sounds
Yeah, that's
very
nice.
reaffirming.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be good. Yeah, that one. We'll put that clip in.
Yeah, clip it.
All right.
That was. I'm glad Ben Carson is your first.
Yeah,
thought
that's-
That was the
there.
first
I've got
one.
a
I
lot
could
of
think it was a
thoughts about
doctor off the top of my head.
Sleepy neurosurgeon Ben Carson.
Yeah, that's what doc like neuroscience is what it was. I couldn't remember, but I knew he was a doctor, so that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. It's
Well, you're
good.
very well versed. Like I would imagine, like a better version of him would be. I think you know.
Put me in. I was going to say something there because I think Ben Carson became the secretary of
HUD, right?
HUD, Housing and Urban Development.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now it's like for the first Trump term, and now it's just a different black guy. And they're just like, well, I think we found our token black.
I know, I was
black
like, no,
guy
that's
Ben
cabinet
Carson,
spot.
right? They're like,
Yeah.
no.
I'm putting Kodak black. God damn, dude.
Okay, so you, I understand. Okay, getting off of coal is the main thing, and so
it's like essentially since Trump has been elected, a lot of the regulations that we have imposed, a lot of the trajectory that we had to close down these coal plants has gone away entirely. So we continue to produce carbon, we continue to pump CO2 in the. I'm environmentally violent. This is a cause that I care about. If ever
An enviro-terrorist.
an eco-terrorist.
Eco-terrorist, that's what it is.
Eco-terrorism. And this, I thought this was just like a fun, light, goofy way to charge all of these coal plants with because now they no longer what they're doing is considered an environmental crime, and so this is the only way forward is to.
No, I like this, and I think we can do sort of a judo flip on these people because, and I was consulting with my good friend Nate here about this earlier, where, in much the same way that the carbon polluters have used global warming and changed it into climate change, they've expertly rebranded things. They've been fighting this sort of like marketing war. It's been very effective. For them. We don't take these things like as seriously anymore, and we just like let them slip through the back door. Basically.
Yeah.
That's right.
So we're going to do a little bit of rebranding, and we're going to create something called Patriot Fuel.
Okay.
That's right.
And,
I like this idea. Yeah.
Patriot Fuel is going to be American flags. That's obviously what it's going to be.
Old school, generationally sewn up American flags.
Yeah.
American flags.
But we're not, they're not going to we're going to market them as the most patriotic form of carbon.
That's
we're
right.
going to call them units when we sell these to companies.
All
They're
right,
not going to because do you think these people are going to be investigating what they're throwing into the? No, of course not.
Of course not.
I mean,
do you look at what you throw into a massive furnace?
No, I mean these
No.
people they
Put that trash in and forget about it.
Right.
Exactly.
That's right.
You're gonna have a special in the same way that Silicon Valley sometimes has just boxes where if you open them, there's you think it's a juicer, but really it's just a plastic packet of juice in there kind of thing, right? So
a devious ploy. Yeah.
but they get away with it because nobody opens the box, and so we're gonna sell them basically what is a cube of flags.
Yeah, a unit. Is one flag considered a unit, or is like
I would say
container?
a container is going to be a little bit boxier. Let's say there's about 100 flags stacked
100 units in one box. 100 units per
100 flags per unit of Patriot Fuel.
There you go.
And the Patriot Fuel will be badass.
And we won't call them
stripes
we
on
won't
it.
call them flags. We'll call them briquettes. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, I like
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
This is good. This is good.
Yeah.
But definitions is important.
This is good. Yeah. This brainstorming session. Yeah.
Well, and we do this. I handle more of the legal side of stuff.
Yes, you
Joe
do.
handles more of the business side.
This is Nate JD.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. / DCL. I have a degree in comparative law as well from Louisiana
you
State
do?
University. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything, but they give you one for going there.
He watched a lot of movies to get that degree.
That's
okay.
true, dude.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
failed a lot of exams to get that degree, but
Tom Hanks dies in Philadelphia.
But so I handled the legal aspect, which is going to be more the redefining of things. Getting you into a lobby. I think you'd be a fantastic candidate to run this lobby to get this thing going. Joe handles the business side, the marketing, the product itself. Getting it in there, getting it into the minds.
Yeah, our product man.
Oh yeah, that's me.
That's the businessman. Yeah, exactly. So, but like I said, it would require first and foremost that we do a lot of we're gonna have to do a lot of redefining.
Yes, we will.
And you know how that works. I mean, you're very well for a nuclear scientist. I mean, or engineer or whatever it is. I mean, I'm sorry that I don't understand anything.
Was there an expectation you had? What does a nuclear engineer sound like to you?
No, dude. It was just not that you know anything about I mean, you just know so much about stuff in general.
You don't have a pocket protector at all.
I know. It's I know. I thought
I
you'd
have
be
no pockets on this shit.
Yeah. Numbers are important, or whatever it is, But no, all this political stuff, and you're and you got that beautiful transatlantic accent, you'd be really good in front of a crowd, in front of just the union or something, lobbying, that kind of thing.
Yeah, the union.
That's what the union's very important. When you get into coal stuff, you want to get in the union.
Yeah, that's right. You have to get the union on your side. You have to be pro-labor.
We'd have to.
Patriot Fuel is pro-labor. It's pro-union.
Ooh,
It is.
I'm already feeling lobbied.
I know.
I kind of want to use
Look
some
at that.
Patriot Fuel in my house.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's
Patriot
pro-labor.
Fuel. Power your homes for today and tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah. Get a little bit of that Patriot fuel in you. Get a
That
little bit
is
of that.
sold.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know. But look, you're doing the lobbying and the marketing already.
Yeah,
I mean, this is
great.
fantastic. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. We get you in there. We get you. We'll have to pay your way in the union first. But once you're in, we'll get you like a no-show job. They got plenty of those in the union.
Yeah.
That's where you just don't do anything.
You know what? We can start exporting Patriot fuel.
That's another one. Yeah.
I think this is another great option. Not only do we get the coal plants complicit, I say send some complimentary Patriot fuel to, dare I say, Israel.
We are just hitting on Israel left and right on this podcast.
We're in and out. We're in and out of Israel. Sorry, this is how it all circles back. I mean, if you really want to know a crime I have been thinking about recently,
let's just go ahead and do it again.
Oh yeah.
So there's Netanyahu dead.
We are never getting that sponsorship.
Nope, never. But that's okay. On this, we'll ride down on this.
Sponsorship?
I know, right? I know.
You can get hymns. You can get hymns.
We want hymns, and I want Mormon underwear,
Hymns
dude.
is the only anti-Israel. Okay, this is one of my favorite fun facts. All right. So Hamas comes in October 7th. What a day! And sorry, that's not the appropriate subtitle for October 7th. October 7th. What a day! What a day! So Hamas comes in, and then Israel responds, and we have all these things, and so we have these responses. It's a polarizing issue. Like Israel now is bombarding Gaza, and a lot of companies come out very pro-Israel. Right? We remember the time. A lot of companies are very pro-Israel. One of the perks. So Mia Khalifa. As we know, whoever that is. But,
as Nicholas knows very well.
Yes, Mia Khalifa came out anti-Israel, so Playboy fired her. So we now have on-record Playboy being
Does that shock anybody that she
pro-Israel.
came out as anti-Israel or what?
No,
Why would that shock anyone?
Not shocking, but again, like Playboy's like, hey, we take a stand, and here at Playboy, we stand with Israel, which must have been great news to the Holy Land.
I know, right?
Brothers and sisters, have you heard the good news from America?
And they rejoiced.
Playboy stands with Israel. No way, Yahweh, Yahweh, baby, Yahweh. Good stuff. So we have Playboy, one of the preeminent sexual fantasy commodities of the world now. The world now. That is it's your fuel. It's the fuel for the young men, right? out there. But sometimes young men need a little help. That's where hymns comes in. But hymns, here's the issue. Hymns is pro-Palestine.
Oh,
It's in fact one of the only the few companies. Yeah. This hair is brought to you by pro-Palestinian hymns. So that's right. I take medicine for my hair loss. We could get hymns. So yeah, I think that the fact that hymns, which is a product marketed towards men to both increase sexual vitality and increase, your sexual phenotypes. And then the flip side of that. Yeah, what a product, ladies and gentlemen. And then the flip side of that, like the Playboy side is like pro-Israel. What is a man to do now? If you're pro-Palestine, you have all the tools to come, but you don't have the fuel. So you've been, and if you're pro-Israel, you have all the material, but the tools aren't.
It's just not easy being a modern man is what you're getting
It's
at.
not easy being a modern man in these complicated systemic times.
That's so true. The ethical issues we confront
We
every
live
day.
in a society. What does the purple one do?
Purple one is, this is fun. Say that somebody's been murdered.
Somebody's been murdered.
Yeah, Hargitay, dude. Hargitay. I'm trying to bring her in every episode. We do like Hargitay.
Dick Wolf, ladies and gentlemen. And that's my pitch. Let's get hymns.
Okay.
Hymns
that
could
was
be your
actually
sponsor.
hold on. Yeah, thanks,
Hymns could be your
Hims.
sponsor. Yeah.
I mean, we'll take anything. I take crazy pills. Yeah, thank you, Hims. I mean,
Yeah. They do therapy pills. Yeah.
They do wackadoo pills.
Yeah, they do wackadoo pills.
Well,
yeah,
maybe I'll get-
antidepressants, all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, I'd love to get mine from Hims. If you sponsor
Yeah.
us, please, Hims.
Hymns. Hymns.
Take it.
Why would you go to her if you go to hymns?
If we don't get sponsored at this point by Hims, I'm going to be so annoyed. We did a great job.
Yeah, we just talked
History,
about a
more
lot.
like hymstery, right, guys?
Wait, are you actually sponsored by Hims at this point? Now I don't know. So we were getting back to the cool thing, the lobby operation.
That's right. Once we've done the lobby operation, we have the product, we have the lobby operation.
Yeah.
Now it's a matter of getting it into the mines.
And so here's
right.
Here's where I think we can have a little bit of fun with it because we're going to need a fall guy.
Yeah.
Which, you like a fall guy?
I love a fall guy.
I believe he specifically said he wanted to blame some people.
Yes,
for it.
exactly.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah.
this is about I guess that's where the whole tangent came in
Yeah.
with Israel. We're creating a fall guy again. We create these units, right?
Yes.
We fuel it into
Patriot fuel.
Patriot fuel. We have Patriot fuel. It is now powering our carbon infrastructure, our coal
I
plants.
see. The man with the transatlantic accent wants to
here's-
classically blame the
Who
Jews.
wants to classically- oh me, oh my! Not in show business, no.
You guys heard about this Israeli problem we got going? Anyway, so here's actually what I think we should do is when we make this company, like conservatives love to buy those stupid ass pillows from Mike Lindell, right? Like they
Yeah.
love buying stuff from like Alex Jones sells millions of dollars of like bone meal or whatever.
Frog syrup.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
need like a Donald Trump Jr. to like run this company, and we're gonna make him think he's getting like amazing terms on this.
Yeah.
A whole board of directors of the people you hate most, just like, oh, you guys are so smart, and you should be running Patriot Fuel. Like it's America's fuel, and they'll just buy that. They'll be like, oh yeah, Patriot
true.
Fuel.
Yeah.
Pete Hegseth will sign on to that for sure. And then you just get it because it's all incestuous, like greed-filled corruption, right? So as soon as
Good word.
they
Yeah.
have the
Incestuous. Yeah.
yeah, no, that's good.
Good word. Incestuous. That's right. And that's what
I
he
like that
wants.
you use coquettish if it, that makes you feel.
Yeah, I did use coquettish. Yes,
you-
First time that
incestuous.
word-
You said
been
another
used.
word earlier, like feminimenon, and I thought you said pheromone.
I
dude.
think I said
Phenotype?
phenotype.
That's what it was. Yeah, I thought you said pheromone. I was like, what you
Yes.
talking about? Like they get like they smell good.
So
yeah,
close.
Yes, that's good. But incestuous, yes.
Yeah.
Department of Defense. I'm more like Step Department of Defense. Am I right? Oh. In the ass.
Oh man. So once we get that going, once we get that corporate infrastructure going,
Yeah.
I think they're gonna be demanding that the people burn Patriot fuel. It's
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
they'll get it in there for you without even having to put it on a miner's back or nothing like
Exactly.
that. I mean, you don't have to give it to Jimmy or nothing. I mean, that's what I would have
Yeah.
thinking.
Jimmy doesn't. Yeah. Jimmy's
don't wanna
not
cut-
even important at this point.
Yeah, you don't want to carry those flags, dude.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of flags. You don't want to carry those flags.
Yeah.
Why would Jimmy have to carry the flags?
Jimmy doesn't have to.
He doesn't have to carry the flags.
Jimmy doesn't have to.
Jimmy has to carry the flags. We can make a corporation. Jimmy won't carry the flags. The corporation will carry the flags.
Corporations will. So wait, who are we? So you're saying Mike Lindell? You brought up Mike
No, I was
Lindell's name,
just
but is it an
yeah.
example?
of how if you're a conservative, other conservatives will just spend money to support the tribe,
Sure.
Yeah.
And so like that's why we need to make this company stacked with these like conservative these guys who have if you tell them they're going to make money off of it
Yeah.
and like, oh, we've invented this thing called Patriot Fuel, that's the most American thing ever,
Yeah.
they'll be like, oh hell yeah, and then they'll-
Unleash American energy dominance.
yeah, they're natural. Yeah, see, perfect.
That's
that kind
right.
of shit.
That is actually the current motto of the Department of Energy. Yes, since Trump took over. So.
Fascinating.
when
Really?
somebody says something and you think it's just like a really funny joke, and then it's actual American policy. Those are the times we live in.
Those are.
Thought we were doing a bit, and that no.
And then it was real.
So now we're unleashing American, but of
Yeah.
course, like the core of my motivation here is the reveal,
Yes,
right? Is
yes.
essentially we've created a system
Behold.
where people are now dependent, like these typical coal burners. They're burning Patriot fuel. We send it overseas, right, to countries of whom we have a questionable relationship with.
So all of Europe.
And they start burning it. And so I'm like, so at some point we have to do the reveal
well,
that these corporations and these countries that we send it to burning American flags.
It's got to be on Fox News. Too.
It's
By the
got
way.
to be on Fox.
It's gotta
it
be on
has to
Fox
be.
News.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, dude. Give it to Hannity or something.
We can do it at the
Yeah.
Four Seasons.
Yes, never has Jesse Waters been more important to our plan than right now.
He's actually important to a surprising number of crimes. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think that we have to get like some big like Donald Trump like special thing where he just like uses Fox News for his own like.
Exactly.
We're bringing you Patriot fuel.
Exactly. Yeah,
We're
because he
so-
watches that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so we have this like big show in DC. We get Hegseth to close down the mall or whatever. Like,
There you go.
thank God for Patriot fuel.
Yeah.
Bring in Mario Lopez and Dennis Quaid. That's the
Yes,
only two
yes,
conservatives.
Dennis
I can think
Quaid.
of. I think so.
That's my Ronald Reagan
That-
right there.
And then we're gonna have this big like Soylent Green kind of moment.
Yeah,
right?
okay,
Where
good,
Patriot
good.
fuel is flags.
Yes.
Patriot fuel is
It's
flags.
flags. It's
Yeah.
flags.
And they're gonna like rip open the box and it's gonna be stacked flags and it'll be like they've been burning flags this entire time while telling us
A
not to
disheveled
burn flags.
Alex Jones,
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
torn clothes. It's flags.
Oh, dude, if we
It's flags.
if we could somehow get Alex Jones to go insane on this crime, that is
Yeah.
just the cherry
They're making
on
the
top.
frogs great. It's
And they're burning the
flags.
flags. And then I mean, what? It's a bunch of Republicans on Fox News burning flags, and like that. I mean, I'm sure they'll try to lie their way out of it, but that's difficult.
Tough
Yeah.
to lie
At
your
least
way
it's
out
like
of
a
that
high
one,
level
dude.
of difficulty on that. You
Yeah,
know?
turn that one into Pizzagate, friend. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's right.
I actually kind of want to make this movie now.
This sounds awesome.
It does sound
What
really
you guys
fun.
have done? Yeah, this sounds great. The
Yeah.
final reveal, the twist on it all.
That's very dramatic,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I love the final reveal. I
Yeah.
love the final reveal.
I think that's great.
I love that. Yeah, that's good.
It's
That's good.
flag.
It's flag. It's flag. It's flag. No, not me. Why you coming for me?
Oh my god.
So we've said it's the perfect crime.
I think it's because at this point too, I think you're like gonna avoid a lot of culpability because you're gonna get a lot of people saying it's their idea. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, this is the beauty of setting up this company.
They love to do that, don't they?
Yeah.
They love to do that. Yeah.
And what you should really do is make it so that they Zuckerberg you out.
Yeah.
So that you can't even be like, no, like they kicked me out of the company. I had nothing
Yeah,
to do
you
with
like
this.
those, like-
No, it
yeah,
wasn't me.
These
Could
greedy
never be me.
bastards. Like,
Yeah.
when they do it, just be like, no, don't. I'm gonna sue you, and
Yeah.
then David Fincher's gonna make a movie about it. But
I wash my
Exactly, yeah.
hands of this. Yes.
God
this is
damn.
great, actually. Yeah.
is
So,
good.
okay, you're gonna get off scot free. We got a nice reveal.
Yeah,
We're gonna
the best
destroy.
reveal.
Yeah, yeah.
And we'll tear down. We'll tear it all down.
That's right,
gentlemen.
dude. We'll disrupt the industry. That's
Yes,
what
we
they
will.
say. We're going to disrupt the
Disrupt,
industry.
yes, disruption.
Thank you.
That's
Patriot
a business
fuel.
term. Yes,
Yes,
Patriot
Patriot fuel.
I think that would actually work. Is the like weirdest thing.
Now,
Like,
Patriot fuel would be a good one to make people buy.
Patriot fuel. I'm actually surprised if it hasn't been used already. if it is not a term that is being thrown around at the Department of Energy.
Hey Nate, why are we getting sued by the Department of Energy?
God damn it, dude. Copyright infringement. I knew it.
Son of a
I mean,
bitch.
Patriot fuel.
Okay, so Nicholas, you would say that you're happy with the consulting advice we've
I
provided.
am. Yes, this has been a great session. Thank you for your services rendered.
Well, thank you.
This has been really great. I'm coming away edified. We're killing Netanyahu, and
Never getting that sponsor.
this has been great. This has been a lot of fun, and I can't wait for the reveal. It's flags.
I know.
gentlemen.
It's like,
It's flags.
we might just have to like film that somewhere.
I know, yeah, you might just have to film that, dude. Yeah.
It's flags. Alex Jones on a beach.
Flags burning and stacks in the background.
God damn, dude.
Oh man, Nick, do you have anything that you want to plug
anything
in
coming
the
up?
coming months? Any shows you're doing? I know you just had a very cool.
I did just have a very big like 2-man show that I
Yeah.
did in August, but that's over.
Mm,
So
are you gonna like put it online or anything? Like that?
Yeah, I mean we're like processing the footage, so I don't know. Yeah, we did a show. It's called a 68-minute Joe Concussion Dogecoin Bye Bye. A great 68-minute multimedia comedy special, and I had a lot of fun putting it together. We'll probably submit to festivals.
Yeah.
I think
Nice. Good,
maybe see
good.
if we can do Edinburgh Fringe next year.
Very
It was
cool.
really fun to put together. In a similar vein to I think to this crime that we
That's
proposed.
That's not a lot. He's pretty funny. We should put him in the Fringe Festival.
Yes. He doesn't just do Louisiana.
Dude, I do
He's
them
got all sorts of
He
accents.
does. He does them all.
That's
he
right,
does them
dude, I'm
all.
mentally
Jack
ill,
of
dude,
all
yeah.
trades.
Yeah,
Very
that's
good.
right.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
master
so
of none.
nice.
Yeah.
So nice to meet you.
Let the voices in your head flow out, and it's
That's
nice.
exactly what my buddy's been saying for years.
But I guess beyond that, the only thing I would plug is I'm renewing my subscription to Hymns next week.
Thank you, Hymns.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Hymns.
Please sponsor us. Nobody
Please.
else will.
Please.
I don't know why we keep making
Keep this podcast alive.
Keep
Somebody
us
has to.
going.
Yeah.
Well, you've been an amazing guest
You
and a
have,
perfect
dude.
criminal.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
You've been the best consultants a little boy could ask
I know.
for.
That's what a
Oh.
boy could ask for.
Little
Little boy
boy.
could ask for.
Little boy
You're
could
gonna make
ask
me
for.
cry.
That's all we ever want to be.
That's
Oh man.
a little boy's dream.
Well, this has been a great episode. I'm Joe,
I'm Nate.
and this has been Perfect Crimes.